Welcome back to another episode of The Drive.
I'm Bakar. Today we're recording without a mic because I can't find them. We're in a restaurant this time, so the audio, bear with us.
Yeah. I don't really got too much to add to that. Let's talk about album rollouts.
Like in general?
Yeah, like,
Pharmacopoeia?
Tyler's new album rollout was fire. But it always is. He's been doing that since his second album. Every rollout has just been like, he doesn't have to do it more than 2 weeks in advance. He doesn't have to announce it more than 2 weeks in advance. He doesn't. I hate the super long album rollouts where it's like 2 months. I lose interest pretty fast, especially if the singles aren't hitting like that. I'll lose interest really fast.
A$AP Rocky had a long rollout.
Yeah, but that shit has literally. That's different. I feel like he's rebooting his role. That's a reboot rollout. For Don't Be Dumb, A$AP Rocky, that shit literally, like...
Rebrand? Shout out to 616.
Shout out 616. I'm going to say the Blonde rollout was genius because it was unexpected. And we thought we were going to get a whole different album. We did. We got a whole different album, and then he put another one out the next day. The only other time that's been done where someone put an album out, and that was like a fluke to promote a different album, was Brockhampton's last album. They put out an album that everybody was mad because there was only one member on it, and then the next day they dropped the surprise album. What?
I said the next day had everybody on it?
Yeah. For their last album.
I'll listen to them niggas. I think our rollout is going to be phenomenal. Not only did we take the time to curate each song to perfection. That's why we keep having the release date pushed back, but this time the release date is set in stone. I wrote it on a stone to keep it set in stone. 12/12/24. It just makes sense because 12 plus 12 is 24. So yes, the math is mathing. And that's why why do you look at the camera like that when I said that? Anyway.
I was about to say something, but I forgot.
It was dumb, probably. December's my birthday, so it would be like a year since I dropped Manifest Project. So it's just like a full circle moment of me reminding myself how talented we are.
Hey, but after this, it's multiple releases a year. It ain't going to be just no one. It's going to be like 2-3 projects a year.
If not more.
Yeah.
We're going to be the niggas that make the music and don't sit on it. We're going to make the music.
I'm not trying to... I hate sitting on music. I want to just push it out at this point. Especially now that I know how easy it is to shoot a video. And like how comfortable we are with the person that we're currently doing it with.
Shout out to Renz.
Shout out Renz.
Best addition to the collective. Best addition to our life. So for this project, I'm excited for... I genuinely feel we have 0 skips. Like, you have to listen to the project cover to cover, and it tells a story. But, like, you could listen to it out of order and still feel the same way. Like, there's no skips. That's how I feel.
I definitely got my favorite ones, but I can always play it front to back without having like I'm gonna skip this one. And even with like the outros and stuff like that, we're making sure all the outros aren't too long and shit, and it flows into the next song, and there's some type of continuity within the sound.
This is the first project that I can listen to without being like, ugh. Like, not because the songs are bad, but just because I'm not used to listening to myself. So that's a plus, and it's gonna be fun to perform. I hope it, is perceived and appreciated for what it is. But we put a lot of thought into it.
What's crazy too is this is probably gonna, in the grand scheme of things, be our least. Like, it's probably gonna be our worst project in the grand scheme of things.
Okay, by worst, we're saying. What are we saying?
Like it's gonna be our music is only gonna get better. So this project, in the grand scheme of things, is gonna be. It's not even
foundation.
Yeah. It's kind of like when you listen to Section 80 and you can tell that it's not where Kendrick was when he put out Good Kid, Mad City or any album after that. Like, okay, like, this is fire, and this is like literally still a classic, but it's not it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to compare when we get just in our bag more, because we're just now entering the bag. Like, both my feet are in the bag right now. Now it's time to get my knees in. Yeah.
Okay. That being said, I do have a couple songs on here that are my favorite up to date. We've gone from doing concept songs for making feeling songs to making, like, we have 4 or 5 pop songs on here. Like, this will be the last project where it's not like, I say it flows together, but it's not cohesive. Like, we don't have one sound on this. So this project is like Michigan weather. Like, you get a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Would have been a nice title for it.
Which, who knows?
That'd be a great title, actually.
But yeah, I'm excited for the people we worked with on this project. Like, there's no features other than us two, but people we worked with, meaning the artists behind, the voices behind some of the stuff. Like,
no features, no skips.
No features, no skips. That's how a good album should be. Good project. Is it an album? Mixtape.
No, nigga, that's an album.
It's not an album.
Why not? All the beats are original.
It's not an album.
It's EP.
EP.
EP mixtape, yeah.
We'll settle for EP.
I'm gonna only say it's not an album because I didn't produce every track on it. There's only one song I didn't produce. What's a Heart? Shout out What's a Heart. Go stream What's a Heart. That shit's been off for like...
That shit blew up overnight.
It did?
For no reason. People in fucking Wisconsin and where else did it say?
Oh shit.
Wisconsin for some reason stood out the most, but somewhere else. We're just streaming the fuck out of it yesterday. I was just randomly looking at the streams. Shout out United Masters. Shout out to a lot of motherfuckers. But my favorite part about this project is the grind we put into it, because it's showing, like, it's one of those things where you have those sleepless nights because you did your day job, you did all the shit, and then you still stayed up to go do the project. You stayed up to, like, you pushed yourself to not settle, but to come out with a project worth sharing.
And I feel like because of our, like, we're still in the artist development phase, so we haven't fully found our sound yet. I think that's why it's not gonna be cohesive. Like, as, yeah, that's why it's not cohesive, but it's not gonna be like, but it's still like, it's not like all of the songs sound like they're out of place or like they don't belong on there. It's kind of like once you get a feel of what our sound currently is, you can see us making all of those songs.
Yeah. And once we adapt our sound more, I feel like we'll be more comfortable in the writing process of these songs. And I don't know, I haven't had a bad review from any of the songs on there yet.
We're shooting our next video for Like. That's the one we're doing in the parking garage?
For Like.
So how is that one gonna work?
A lot of cuts.
A lot of cuts.
A lot of cuts.
Are we changing outfits and shit?
Yeah. Outfits, cuts.
How many times?
The car would be the highlight of the video.
Who?
The car.
The car?
Yeah.
What are all of our locations?
What do you mean?
Just the ramp.
The ramp. And then, like, elevator and shit. I can see a couple elevator shots. I'm still piecing together shit, but we have one final studio one final studio session Friday to make sure everything is 1,000,000,000%. I'm excited. And now that November hit, we are holding ourselves just as accountable as we started this. So we're going to start putting content so consistently. Like, you guys are going to get annoyed of us. And I will prefer you guys seeing us a lot and being annoyed of us than not seeing us enough and just being like, oh, like they do music. So yeah. I used to cringe at the amount of content artists would put out because I'd be like, like, I seen this same clip, but at the same time, the thing that I'm seeing over and over again, somebody's seeing for the first time. So you never know what's going to hit, who's going to hit, blah, blah, blah. And that's the most important thing about breaking in the industry, like being seen. So be ready to be annoyed, because we about to push this shit like crack in the 80s. Early 80s too, not the late 80s when this shit was fading out.
Shout out Snowfall.
Shout out Snowfall. Also, I left the blonde era, and it was an era, it was just a me finding me era. I thought it was going to be longer, to be honest. But I'm back. And I shaved my mustache, but it came back. Anyway,
I decided to be in a perpetual state of blondness until further notice.
Yeah, perpetual. That was his word of the day. So, what else do we have?
We got For the Streets music video we shot a couple weeks ago coming out.
Fire.
Very fire.
Fire.
For our first video, fire. And then the Like video, so that's 2 songs. We just need one more for real. And then that's enough. For 10 tracks, 3 videos, that's good.
We're having content made. I won't drop the artist who's making it yet, but she's official. Like, I love all of her work. And me and her worked together multiple times before, but she's really talented. She's worked with big names. So it's like an honor for me to have sent her the project and her tell me that it was like up to par with all the other big names that she worked with. It's like a unbiased, which reminds me, like, this is why we're doing this. Like, it's not just, sometimes the artist has to live in their delusion to be successful, but I feel like it's not even delusion if the people are saying it unbiasedly. Only thing we need to do is get it out there, and then once it's out there, push it instead of just letting it fend for itself. Like, we have to filter water it. Like, we have to cater it to the audience. I feel like our audience
Make
could be
TikToks
so,
and all that shit.
yeah, we have to do all the shit. But yeah, be on the lookout. Shout out to Louis for all the advice and the mentorship and the direction that he's given me within this past 2 years that we worked together.
Shout out Louis.
Like, for this to be the start, I couldn't see it going any better than it already is. Especially, like, I feel like I'm so spoiled with the start and everything I had into this music journey, because everybody, like, I feel like had harder trying to break and then easier reasons to give up than I've had. Not saying I'm already broke off as an artist or anything, but just saying, like, I don't know, had it easier than most.
There's nothing wrong with that, though. That just means that it's supposed to happen. Like, having a manager and having somebody like that's pushing you to make something, to not settle for less, and even
someone
like,
intelligent enough to not only know how to voice it, but know how to translate it to you. Like, he knows the industry. He knows he knows how to communicate it to me. He knows how to charge that battery pack. You know what I mean? Like, get you fired up to do it. Like,
yeah.
It's not necessarily even a reassurance thing. It's more like he's blunt enough to say, if you weren't talented, I wouldn't be here. Like, he's blunt enough to tell you the truth of it, and knows that my work ethic needs that leadership, needs that kind of like push, like, hey, do this, like that, versus that coddling shit. Like, I don't like being coddled.
No, nobody does. Well,
shit.
some niggas do.
Shit, niggas, please, bro, you love my shit. Like, I'd never want to be that nigga. But yeah, so starting today, AM's page will be something content every day. So Mondays will be Julius posting either a beat or something behind the scenes that he's working on. Tuesday will be the drive episodes uploaded. We're going to get back on that, more consistent. Wednesdays will be Wednesdays. That's so fire. I came up with that. It just was so random. But Wednesdays will be Wednesdays, and he'll post either whatever shots or content he's working on, or he's a producer as well, so he can post beats too. You never know what you're going to get with him. Thursdays, I'll be posting either a cover or a karaoke video. So content of me singing. Fridays will be group days, so we'll all three get together and post some content together that we all have a hand in. And then Saturday, Sunday, we'll just be doing promotions for the upcoming project, and when it's out, we'll keep promoting it, we'll keep pushing it. Whatever songs are getting the traction, we'll keep filtering into those. Like, we're treating this as like a plant. Like, you plant it, you don't just leave it to fend for itself. You go water it. You go, I know motherfuckers that sing to plants. I know motherfuckers that sit there and talk to the plants or read to, like, however serious, whatever we want out of this is what we're putting into it. And I feel like it took trial and error of, we had a great trial and error run. Like, it wasn't like, I can look back on our music and be like, for the time that we made that, this shit was fire.
For what?
Anything. Like, anything we've dropped ever, like, I could look back and say something good about it. And I think that's how it's supposed to be. So we're working on that. I'm just excited to see what it brings, what we can do with all this. And we have a team. So we're moving. I don't know what else. I guess this episode won't be that long. This is an update episode. We're just updating on what's happening. So just to refresh. So to recap, what we have coming soon, very soon, very, very soon. 12/12/24, 12/12/24. Put that in your calculator. My finger's a paid actor. Put that in your calculator. 12/12/24. So what we have coming up is the AM prelude. Is that a good way to put it?
No.
How not?
A prelude to an AM project?
It's the AM prelude to the AM collective.
I guess if that's what.
Okay, it's it's not AM. Keenan and Kel. 12/12/24. Keenan and Kel.
Do we call it Michigan weather? It could be an AM prelude.
No, Keenan and Kel. Keenan and Kel. Be on the lookout. Stream everything. And this has been another episode of The Drive. I'm Bakari.
I'm Jules.
And he's been working on the beat this whole time. And you guys will see that beat on our page. Are you pushing? And you'll see that beat on our page. So like, share, subscribe, all that shit. Send to your friends. We're just here at this place. Okay, I'm out.
Tuesday.